Okay. Phew. Phew, phew. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I could have combed my hair, couldn't I? Sorry about that. It's been a crazy day here. It's just crazy. I think everybody's getting ready for the storm. Have you guys seen this? Okay. Do you have the right number of skeins? This was actually from last year. We have to redo one because obviously the snow is in the other direction. I think the lower parts are supposed to get more of the 25 skeins. Either way, we're at the 15 skein. Do you have 15 skeins there or the project ready to go? And it's really not this weekend either. It's tonight. Tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, I guess. So cool. How's everybody? You all ready for the snow? Okay, everybody hunkered down. Everybody got their milk and their bread and all that good stuff. Hi, Janet. Saw you this morning. I'm so sorry your yarn arrived right after you left, too. Speaking of yarn arriving, hi, folks. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. I'm wobbling all over the place here. So, speaking of yarn, Forbidden Fibers. Whoa. Don't forget, say hi. Let us know you're here. That's the only way we can tell who's here so that we can put you in for the drawing. All right. Peek, sneak peek, sneak peek. Whoa. Oh, it's a gorgeous green. Oh, you know what? I don't think this is a colorway. I think this is a special order. Marcia Nurse. Marcia, this was your special order. I think it's a worsted weight, green. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, Elder Wand. And this is in a worsted weight yarn. So if anybody needs worsted weight elder for anything, it's here. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, just perfect. Okay, see what happens when we don't open it till the meeting, till our Facebook Live, then we don't realize that. So anyway, we had a really, really productive morning today. Besides Lori coming in and finishing up our Christmas video, which is going live fairly soon. You can actually see it on YouTube, and I think it's going to be going live on Facebook pretty soon. This week, I think. But anyway, a couple different things. So Andra came. She is our rep for Berroco and Lang yarns. And you guys all know about the Lang, all the neon. This is made from recycled bottles, and it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And we got some more of the orange and the fluorescent pink. And then this color, I'm not sure, it's kind of a creamy color with a fluorescent pink halo to it. And then of course this is the regular green with a blue halo. These retail for $12 each, and they are 67% recycled polyester and 33% merino extra fine. And there's about 85 meters, so about close to, I see 95 yards on there. So good for a hat and a cowl. We have to get Stacy's cowl back in here because we don't have a sample right now. We'll have to make a sample. So anyway, those are really fun stuff. And while Andra was here, we also got our cocoa knits, our cocoa order. So those of you who are waiting, oh, I don't have the hat here. But anyway, we use the caracol hat with a rim with a big button. And these are just gorgeous, gorgeous yarns. These are $19.95, 100% superwash merino. And these are 77 yards, so plenty to make this little hat with. Stacy just went to get it for me. Should I put it on? Or nope, it's got stuffing in it. So this is just a really cute hat. We do have, I believe it's a free pattern. We have a really fun button on this one. So these are the fall colors. I gotta go this way. So just all the fun fall colors, but you can see a garter rib, and then we go up into stockinette, just a full, and you can always add a pom-pom if you want. But we've got some great, so we got the yarn that the sample is made in. We also have the blue, just gorgeous, all these shades of blue. A little bit of, I know it looks purple online, but it's not too, yeah, there is some purple in there. So blues and purples. Bye, Sarah, thank you.
Good night, Facebook.
Sarah says good night. Did everybody hear that?
Bye, guys.
So cool. So here we have some blacks and some yellows and some gray. Barbara, are you asking me how I'm doing? I'm fine, honey, thank you. I literally slept all day Sunday. Did nothing. I did nothing. Didn't even step outside of the house. It was wonderful. Didn't even get out of my jammies. You guys have days like that? Yeah. And this was just really fun. Lots of colors. Again, $19.95, 77 yards, and we will add the pattern to it if you like. So let us know. Go ahead and, so this is color number 8, multicolored. We'll call this one multicolored. This is the gray and the yellow and the black. That's the new Pantone Colors for next year, folks. Get started now, and you'll be way ahead of it. The other one was the blue. Oh, I was thinking I did that, but that was Sarah's card. And then this is the fall colors, the orange and browns and a little bit of gray, off-white, just beautiful. $19.95, 77 yards, a nice big needle on this, folks, a size 15, and you'll have that hat done in no time flat, especially if you're still scrambling for a holiday gift idea. The other thing we talked about were some of the new spring yarns. Andra's here, and this is a Zinnia. It is a cotton with nylon, and it really, I think it's going to make up interesting. It's got these little slubs in it. Don't know if you can see those. Yep. So those are little slubs in it. So it'll be an interesting, I think it'll make a really pretty t-shirt. I think that's what we decided. This one, the chai, the jury is still out on it. It is a linen and silk. And just gorgeous. Beautiful colors. Not sure about this. So, and then this is the summer sesame. So much like the sesame that has wool in it, this has the cotton in it. So it's cotton, acrylic, and nylon. So the nylon's going to help it keep its shape and that kind of stuff. So my question to you all, Andra is willing to host a yarn tasting for us. You know, you can get these plus the other 3 yarns that are new to the season in a kit with all of the information about the yarns and all that stuff. So you can actually do quite a bit with a sample of these. You can mix them and match them, or just try them out and see how you like them, wash them, see how it drapes, see how soft it gets, and all that good stuff. So Andrea is willing to do a yarn tasting for us. Would you all be interested in participating? It would be virtual, so it would be a Zoom meeting. You would order your kit online. They are $10 for a kit, and you would get it, either pick it up or we'd ship it to you, and then do something probably not till January. I think we're all maxed out at this point. But if you're interested, please go ahead and make a note, put in, you know, yes, I'm interested, no, I'm not, whatever. But we'd love to know if there is any interest, and that way we will go ahead and schedule it. So speaking of scheduling it, we have a couple things to schedule next year. How many of you were on the Fiberside Chat with Carrie Lord? Oh my gosh, from Toft. Do y'all remember the Toft animals? So these are, and I didn't realize it because I'm not really a crocheter, single crochets, folks. Single crochets. She actually taught herself to do it, having never been a crocheter. So Mary had done a lot of these, and the way the legs are attached and the way the feet are done, you actually only stuff the feet. And the way they're attached, these animals actually sit by themselves. kind of funky. Oh, I can get them back on screen here. But they will sit by themselves. This is the elephant. And this one is actually done in worsted weight yarn. And we have the flamingo. He's adorable. He is done in, I guess, DK weight. Not sure. But anyway, we ordered a whole bunch of their starter kits because I forgot how cute they were. And this one is adorable. This is a level 3, I believe. A level 2 or 3. Probably 3. Because the 2 is the 2 colors. And the 3 is the loops. Mary made this for us. And we just love him. He sits up right near the computer. Out of everybody's reach and all that good stuff. But anyway. So we have a bunch of these coming in, and Toft also has some pom-poms, and we're going to get a whole bunch of their pom-poms as well. So, and then also speaking of next year, Beth is willing to do the WCC. We're going to bring it back. Do you remember what the WCC was? Wine, cheese, and chocolate. So we did that one Friday a month. And people would bring wine to share and cheese and chocolate. And we'd all sit here for a couple of hours and just knit and be social. So now what we're going to do is I've talked to the local liquor store, and I'm going to be able to get little nips of, or whatever they call them, splits of wine for you. You can pick red wine or white wine, and some chocolate and some cheese. And we'll have it all boxed up for you. It's going to be $10 each. And then we'll do a Zoom call. Everybody will get their box, and then Beth will start the, Gail, who could forget the WCC? And was it you? You brought the best, the yummy, all the yummy goodies, the whoopie pie, whoopie cakes things, cookies or whatever. Those are so good. So anyway, we're going to do that. We're going to start on Friday, January 8th. So Beth is going to be running that for us. It'll be a Zoom meeting, and it'll be $10. You'll need to register online, and we'll have a listing of the wines that will be available. And you can pick your red or your white. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, I could probably discount it if you don't want the wine. You might have wine at home that you'd rather have, but this would be fun. You guys can all kind of think about whatever. So anyway, also next year we're talking about, Sarah's willing to do a class for the Toft animals. So once we get those kits in, we'll show them and see if Sarah's willing to run a class. Again, it would be a Tuesday. We could do morning or evening, whatever works for everybody. And so we have that. Also on Tuesdays next year, we're going to be bringing back Technique Tuesday. And Linda and Janet are going to be doing those and splitting back and forth on who's doing what. We're going to, these are great folks for you to give something a try. Have you always been interested in giving Fair Isle a try or Entrelac a try or whatever? And you've just kind of been intimidated, or the directions don't make sense or whatever. This is perfect. A class, it's $25 for the class. It's 2 to 3 hours depending on the technique. And you either love it or you don't, but at least you've tried it and you've expanded your repertoire there, if you will. So anyway, we're going to be doing those. We're starting on Tuesday in January. It's on the calendar already for Fair Isle. So 2 colors. We're not going to go into 3s or 4s yet, but 2 colors at a time for each row. And Linda will be walking you through. It's going to be a headband. And so we have that. So we've got the wine, cheese, and chocolate Christmas wreaths. We have 2 wreaths left, folks. They are 10 days, right? 12 days. 12 days of Christmas. Deck the halls. Right. So there are...
What's wine, cheese, and chocolate?
Yeah. The wreaths have 10 with a special pattern in them. And 12 days, and you get some goodies and some yarn to go with the pattern. Okay. Marianne, wine, cheese, and chocolate. Yep. They're going to be $10. You're going to register online, and then you can either pick up your box or we can mail it to you. A nip of wine, or you can choose to have your own wine, but we'll have some cheese from the local cheese shop and some fun chocolate in there too, not just regular run-of-the-mill. We'll have something special. So those will be once a month. I don't know if she's going to stick to the first Friday. It'll kind of depend on what everybody thinks, but it will be the second Friday in January because obviously the first is New Year's Day. And we will be closed, folks. Don't forget, we're closing New Year's Day, and we'll be closed most of that following week. We will reopen for classes Wednesday evening, and then the yarn shop will be open from Wednesday on. The gift shop probably won't open till Friday, but we'll check and see how that works. Judy, thank you for coming. You're the winner for last week. You won Emma's December colorway. Congratulations. Woohoo! Does everybody remember this gorgeous colorway? It's got some yellow and some dark and some red. So Judy, you just signed on and you are the winner from last week's poll. So there you go. All right, we've gone through the snowstorm forecast. We've gone through all of that. How about stocking stuffers? Do you guys need stocking stuffers? Or you can have somebody tune in and say, yes, look at some of those things. So these are the original needle keepers. These are not the ones by Knitter's Pride with the really, really hard plastic. These have great soft plastic on them. Your needles go in here, folks. When you're working with circular needles, you just put them both in there. And instead of needing stoppers, you have a needle keeper. Let me take this off of here. So if you've got double pointed needle, or you're working in the circular, you just put both needles in at the same time. It holds up to a size 8 or possibly a 9 needle, protects the points. And you can actually push the whole circular needle in and it protects the cord as well. Double pointed needles, it works as well. You would need to have a stopper on this end to keep your stitches from coming off. But for your circular needles, they're great. They run $10.95 each. If you are working with larger needles, you would need 2 of them to hold your stitches and your needles, but they're really cool. We also have from Boy these connectors that actually have the size of the needle on them. Great, so you can, for all those circular needles that we can't read after a while, you can connect them, the 2 needles together with the size connector that goes on there, so you can just grab out of your bag and you know you've got the right size. The other thing we got in, these are called needle Wranglers. And they come in a package of 3, 2 for larger size needles and 1 for smaller size needle. And again, you are going to wrangle your needles. When you're done for the evening, you just put 1. You could actually put 2 on the same side like that. See how they are? Or you could, well, you'd have to get the right size. Yeah, I just grabbed a funky needle there. Sorry about that. But, and then you can put the other needle on the other side. So you have, your needles are wrangled together. Nothing's going to disappear, slide off, or whatever. They are, well, that one's not in there, but this one definitely is. So there we go, folks. So those are some good stocking stuffers that we had. We also have the Acreworks, the knit gauge. These are really good because they have little grippers to grab your knitting. So it's very easy to come down there and count how many stitches or how many rows you have for 4 inches. They are great. You can't cheat because it grabs your yarn, it grabs your piece, and you have to just count right along. Now you say, how important is a half a stitch? Well, depends on the size of the yarn, depends on the size of your product, your project, okay? If you have 1 stitch more for every 2 inches, every 1 inch, you have half a stitch more. If you're talking about a sweater that is 22 inches across and you have 1/2 an extra stitch for every inch, and you're working 22, so that's 11 times 1/2 an inch, you're adding 5.5 inches to the width of your project. That could be a lot. If your project has a lot of ease in it already, and you're adding another 5 inches, or you have a project that's supposed to be fitted, and you're adding 5 inches, that's a lot of extra. Same thing for the number of rows. Number of rows isn't quite as critical unless you're doing a set-in sleeve. Then your number of rows has to match the number of the stitches that are going up. They have to be in proportion to the pattern. Otherwise, you're going to end up with either a lot more sleeve to fit into a smaller space, or you're going to fit a huge space and have to really stretch your sleeve around, at which point you're going to have this huge air conditioning under your arm. So there you have it, folks. Lots of good stuff. We have the Lang Neon arrived. The Lang Coco arrived. We have the Toft animals coming in. We have some stocking stuffers. We have some questions for you to vote on for January. Remember, folks, this is, it's our shop, but it's your shop. It's your local shop. Tell us what you want. We're starting to do all of our scheduling and planning for next year. I know we're still in COVID. I know a lot of it's still going to be virtual, but let us know what you'd like, and we will do whatever we can to make it work. One last thing. Can you see what I'm wearing? Yes! Yes! It's an ugly sweater. Did you guys know that Friday is the National Ugly Sweater Day? Come on in with your ugly sweater on. No carrying it and showing it. You have to actually be willing to wear it. Come on in, show it to us, register for a $25 gift drawing. So there you go. We want to see all those ugly sweaters. We might take pictures of them as well. So folks, unless anybody's got any questions up there that Stacy can help answer. Hi Lois. Hi everybody. So who's got the gauge tool? Oh, Gail. Of course. That's awesome. It's a really good tool.
What does Shirley want?
Shirley, what do you want, hon? Stacy's a little
one.
bit in a quandary. You want one. You want one what? One of everything? Happily. One of each skein of cocoa. One of each skein of the neon. One of each of the Notions projects. Come on, Shirley, help us out here. What would you like, girl?
She'll call me.
So anyway, everybody, we love you. Thanks so much for supporting us. We are open 12 to 6 and 12 to 4 Saturday and Sunday, so we can have our classes indoors.
You want to do this for a raffle? Or no?
Oh yeah, so Stacy's telling me I should do this new cocoa. I think the color is called Meadow. So that's the drawing for next week. So if you are sitting in the wings and have not said hello, doing anything, Notions projects for me. What do you mean Notions projects? The Notions items? The needle keeper and the Wrangler and the gauge.
Needle holder with red top. Schwann's.
Okay,
So
and these? Not sure what you wanted there, Lois. Hopefully, yes. Yes, what? Yes, what, Lois? One of each. We'll give you one of each. How's that? And Meadow is the drawing for next week. So if you are in the wings and you have not said hello, done a thumbs up, done anything, then the robo, whatever that search finds the winner, isn't going to know that you're here. So other than that, I think we're just trying to figure out what Lois wanted. Lois, we'll give you a call in a few minutes. How's that? So everybody, it's been wonderful. And oh, I know the other thing. Because the store is closing at 6, I think once the new year starts, we're going to start these at 6:15. How's that work? Does that work for everybody? I hope so. So anyway, thanks so much for watching and tuning in. And we will catch up with you guys sometime in the store, hopefully, or curbside. Remember, you can order online. The notions things, let me rewatch and I will describe it. Okay, so we had the Knitter's Wrangler that the needles slide in to keep. We had the knitting needles corraler, or whatever they're called, needle keepers. Again, but these have the size of the needle on them. There's a whole bag of sizes, so you can put those on so you won't forget what size your needles are. We have the gauge, knitter's gauge, with the claws so you can't cheat. And we had the needle keeper that you slide your needle with the yarn, mostly good for circular needles or straights. So those were the notions. Let anybody watch. We do gift certificates, folks. So hopefully we'll see you all soon. Thanks so much. We'll see you then.